Hey everyone, welcome back to the Justfly channel. My name is Jay and I'm the host of this channel, and today we haven't got that much on Microsoft Flight Simulator news, and when I mean not that much, I only mean around about like 5 topics, and that is really it. That is due to the fact of FS Expo is just around the corner. It happens next week. All the plans and details and schedules for what is going to be happening on the Justfly channel for that event will be again at the ending of this video to explain what's going to be happening throughout that whole entire event time. Anyway, before we get into it, make sure you like, subscribe, and comment down below what you found interesting about today's video, and let's not waste any time. Let's get straight in with it. Kicking off with Flight Sim Labs, they have released their Airbus A321neo as well as their Airbus A321LR variant for Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020 and 2024. Now, the Airbus A321neo is a modern, fuel-efficient and extended version of the Airbus A321, which in itself is a part of the Airbus A320 family of narrow-body single-aisle jets. The Airbus A321LR is equipped with an extra fuel tank, which allows for up to a range of 7,400 kilometers for those transatlantic and long-haul routes. Now, Flight Sim Labs has released the Airbus A321neo in 2 phases. The first phase will include the CFM LEAP 1A engine variants, and this will be all 3 of those, which will be the 1A30, the 1A32, and the 1A33. Each one of those engines will have accurate simulated thrust performance, and then the second phase, which will be coming on later on down the line, this will include all of the Pratt & Whitney GTF engine variants with accurate simulated thrust performance. Now, Flight Sim Labs A321neo and the LR feature high level of fidelity, accurate modeling on both the A321-251N and also the A321-251NX. This also includes distinct fuelage variants, advanced Microsoft Flight Simulator specific techniques to achieve exceptional visual fidelity, so much other bits and pieces like, for example, the fly-by-wire model system, and also GPS jamming, and so much other bits and pieces. There is also some go-around modes and also tail strike avoidances as well, and also all the engine sounds have been done with also updated FADACs. Now, if you would like to buy the Flight Sim Labs A321neo for Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020 and 2024, you could buy it from Flight Sim Labs website for $69.95, and that does include VAT. If you've previously purchased the A321ceo for Microsoft Flight Simulator, then you're eligible for a discount for the Neo version. If eligible, to receive your discount coupon, simply go inside the link inside the description where it will say Flight Sim Labs coupon redeem, and then you'll be able to enter in your CEO purchase details, then copy the generated coupon ID, and then when you're ready to purchase, you'll be able to copy and paste it in to get your discount. Please do note that this is only valid until September the 15th, 2025. After that date, the discount program will be discontinued, so any issued coupon will be invalid if it is not used before that date. Now, moving over to PMDG. Now, this is a very interesting one because it's not a product launch, but PMDG, as you probably already know, has been in the background trying to work on a 737 MAX series for a little while, and it seems like they have paused that sort of project, but it was for a number of different reasons. I'm sure you guys could probably know what those reasons are, but if it's for this new sort of product listing that was shown on their website just a little while ago, then perhaps this aircraft could be very close to being released. Now, over on the official PMDG's website just a couple of days ago, a product page listing for the PMDG 737 MAX 8 started to appear on the website. Now, whilst the screenshot that is shown are still from the 737NG, the product details is clearly geared towards the latest in the Boeing 737 lineup. There are multiple mentions of the MAX 8, including the information that the products will include the passenger variant. The page does have a PMDG usual sort of placeholder price, which is usually the absurd amount of money, but it's just a placeholder for the time. But they have taken it down, so just keeping that in mind. But whilst this placeholder is still on the screen and bits and bobs, it does appear that this product listing has been made quite recently. Now, again, there has been no sort of recorded archives for the PMDG 737 MAX 8 page compared to the latest product, the 777-200ER for Microsoft Flight Simulator. That page has been archived multiple times since May the 1st, 2025. Now, this can suggest that the 737 MAX 8 page is relatively new. Furthermore, the SKU number is one value higher than the 777-200ER, which, as you can see, it was put on screen on what both of those SKU numbers are. Also, the forum members found it on the website very early on. Now, unfortunately, that is still not available, so I'm not even going to tell you how you could have accessed it, but again, it's not available anymore. PMDG has removed it off their site, so that's probably telling us that something is happening in the background of PMDG. One of the summer's most anticipated general aviation aircraft, the Black Square Starship, has officially been released. For those following on through the years-long passion project of the Black Square's lead developer, which is Nick, the wait is finally over, with the iconic aircraft taken off into the virtual skies on Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020 and Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024. Now, Black Square's Starship is one of the most advanced aircraft simulations developed for Microsoft Flight Simulator, as it features over 230 possible failures and an accurate recreation of the 14 CRT display column AMS 850 avionics suite, advanced turboprop modeling, and so much more. The electronical systems is one of the most accurate yet inside of the sim, featuring a detailed triple fan bus layout and also backup batteries for essential avionics, all of which does require a proper maintenance of cooling and attention to environmental factors. Developed using over 10,000 pages of operating handbooks, maintenance manuals, part catalogs, and also electrical systematics, and so much other bits and pieces. The failure modeling and instruments are all subject to the Black Square's web-based mean time between failure or scheduled failures as well. Black Square's new tablet interface allows users to also configure options, maintain payloads, control failures, and monitor engines, electronical bits and pieces, and the environmental control systems in real time from within the simulator. Starship's design predates GPS, and the original navigation system has all been fully simulated by Black Square themselves, and users can choose between the navigational functionalities of the original Starship or the utilized modern GPS capabilities. Autopilot will be accompanied to the working title GNS 430. Development was conducted in partnership with the real-world Starship owners to ensure the legacy and operating knowledge on for a new generation of administrators of the iconic aircraft. Now, if you'd like to take your time and also fly, read, and all this bits and bobs, you can get the Black Square's Starship right now from Justfly's website. That'll be justflight.com for $54.99. Also, availability through the third-party web stores and also Microsoft Flight Simulator Marketplace will be following on later on down the line. Now, another general aviation aircraft made by iniBuilds, they have released Green's Cessna F406 Caravan 2. This is a twin-engine utility aircraft developed for Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024 only. Now, drawing from extensive real-world references, including pilot input and 3D scanning of the real RVL group-operated aircraft based at East Midlands Airport, iniBuilds aim to deliver a highly detailed and functionality-rich experience for sim pilots. Now, the F406 Caravan 2 is known for its multi-mission capabilities, and iniBuilds has leaned into that versatility with 5 distinct variants included in the package. This will be the passenger, cargo, civilians, Coast Guard, and spray version. Each versions will offer bespoke liveries, interior layout, and tailored mission equipment. Now, in terms of the avionics and the systems for this aircraft, it features a full GTN 650 support with compatibility for Asobo, PMS, and TDS units. A custom-coded autopilot has been designed for the single pilot operation. There is also an onboard EFB that will offer Navigraph chart support with QR code and web-based login. There will also be dynamic payload configuration and also a number of interactive features including doors, windows, and so much more. Also noticeable additions is the real-time passenger and cargo loading functionalities, which can be adjusted within the aircraft's payload dynamically based on the user input. Now, visually, the aircraft benefits from the highly fidelity 3D scanning, detailed animations, and a numerous amount of interactive touches such as the working circuit breakers, animated surveillance camera system, and also the rotatable cockpit lighting stalks. iniBuilds has also confirmed compatibility with Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024's up-and-coming careers mode game portion, and also this will allow simmers to fly this for passengers, VIP, or freight missions inside of the F406. Now, no sort of release date has been confirmed or has even been provided, but iniBuilds has stated that the aircraft is due to release very soon for Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024.
DJ Choice on the beat.
And the last thing for today's Microsoft Flight Simulator news, yes, I did say it was going to be quite short, is coming from Golden Age Simulations. They have announced that it will cease operations on June 30th, 2025, as since 2006, the developer has been creating vintage aircrafts for flight simmers, starting with FSX and Prepare 3D, and then more recently, Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020 and 2024. Now, Golden Age Simulations' dedication to accuracy and detail gained a loyal following among simmers seeking a different kind of flying experience, one with roaring radial engines and the sound of the wind whistling through the flying wires. Golden Age Simulations' most recent release was the Super Spearman for Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020 and 2024, and this was popular for its detailed modeling and unique feature set. This also included 3 different types of variants as well for the aircraft, and the ability to toggle a wind walker, but the developer's creation dates all the way back to the vintage aircrafts made for FSX and Prepare 3D, and those sales for all of which will be ceased after the 30th of June. Now, while the exact reason for the shutdown was not actually detailed, the challenge of a small scale development in the rapidly evolving flight sim landscape are well known. And as Golden Age Simulation winds down, the developer has assured customers that direct purchases from their website as well as direct access downloads from Justfly, SimMarket and Microsoft Flight Simulator Marketplace will still be supported, but limited to previous purchases of the aircraft. So as of June the 30th, all sales from Golden Age Simulations add-on will now be seized via third-party channels and also their website itself. However, the legacy of Golden Age Simulations will still live on its digital hangar of those that can actually enjoy and has contributed inside the flight simulations for years to come. If you want to continue to actually get the developers stuff, then what I suggest to you guys is to go ahead to Golden Age Simulations website and go and pick up your favorite aircrafts before June the 30th, before all of those do get seized. And that is it for today's Microsoft Flight Simulator news. I'm hoping that you guys enjoyed it. Yes, as I said, this one was very short. There wasn't that much inside this one at all. This is due to the fact of FS Expo happening just next week, and obviously probably after that we'll have a whole bunch of news going on as well. Now, coming on to FS Expo, here is how the schedule is going to work. Starting from Friday, which is when the official FS Expo gets launched, we will try our hardest to try and get as much information out onto the channel on Friday evening, or at least we'll try and do it for Saturday morning. We're going to kind of like take this as the approach of Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024 when it was launched, when I made all the videos for Microsoft Flight Simulator in the morning. Again, this just depends on how busy this expo is going to be this year with a whole bunch of presentations happening. What I would like to say though is that Microsoft Flight Simulator news next week will definitely not be going on. This is due to the fact of, again, FS Expo, but this will mean that we'll have so much things to put inside of the week following of Microsoft Flight Simulator news. So that means that on Friday, Saturday and Sunday we will be totally busy, so you'll see a video for each and every day with as much recap as we could possibly get on the coverage of FS Expo. Unfortunately, I won't be there at this year's FS Expo. I'm hoping to be there at least next year or the year following, but we'll just see how things go. Anyway, hoping that you guys understood that sort of schedule. I'll leave it on the screen so you guys could have a look at it. But anyway, that is it for today's video. I'm hoping that you guys enjoyed it, and as always, this has been your boy Jay on Just Flight. Happy flying.